Alright, y'all. The long awaited video most of my subscribers been waiting for. It's been a long time coming since I made all this happen. This Zeezzy the King, Zach King on Facebook, social media sites. Like and subscribe. I'ma do a little after I do this little rewrite and narrate, I'm going to give my end synopsis for this particular part. It might not be too much of a long review. We'll see how long it go. But when I'm done, I'm going to explain everything from this particular part. Not like y'all dumb, but just my explanation for the reasons why I did what I did. So without further ado, I'm going to get my script. And I hope y'all enjoy, because this was a long time coming. And y'all, here we go. Zeezzy the King. The rewrite for Halloween ends. Just one last reminder. I'm not taking characters out. I'm only adding characters in. And I got to work with what the movie gave us. So that's just what it is. And the movie begins with Dr. Loomis' exposition of the scenes from the previous two films. It goes on and on where we see how Michael Myers terrorized the town for the first two movies. And that's when we see an all-black car driving towards Haddonfield, where we see a sign that says Haddonfield, 4 miles away. It's a thunderstorm tsunami type of night where the car blows a tire. The man gets out of the car, black trench coat, black fedora, black dress suit. He pops the trunk and proceeds to working on the flat tire. Now, the weather is horrible. It has no effect on the guy. So that should tell you something right there. As he's fixing the tire, the scene ends to a nice sunny day of the next day, Haddonfield High School, for Corey's introduction. We in the lunchroom where we pan through the lunchroom and see all the cast and characters of a typical high school. We see Corey by himself eating his lunch. We see Allison with a few of her friends. We see the football jocks, and we see the pretty chicks close by. Corey has an eye on one of the hottest chicks in the school who's going to be potentially prom queen. So as she goes to the counter, Corey sees an opening as she's getting her orange juice. He approaches and asks to take her to the Halloween party this upcoming weekend. She's nice but decline because she's taken. That's when the jocks alert Adam, the star quarterback, to what Corey is doing over by Autumn. Adam yells, "Hey, freak! Get away from her!" as everyone glances at Corey with smirks and laughs. Corey is embarrassed because, of course, Adam is the jock and the football star of the team. As he puts his arm around Autumn, he hears Corey under his voice yells, "Jerk." Adam turns around because he can't take any disrespect and cold cocks Corey, bloody in his nose. Allison sees this and actually comes over to help with a few napkins to help Corey wipe his bloody nose. She says to Corey under her breath, "Meathead jocks," as Corey has an historical laugh as she helps him. She looks like it's kind of weird, but she's just nice. We see Corey heading home after school where the iconic theme music plays. But it's clear something's about. Corey is being watched, and it's not shown who's watching him, but it's clear somebody's following Corey. As Corey enters the house, he instantly gets smacked and beat and punched and backhand by his father, in which he says, "I'm tired of getting calls from the school about you and your antics. Every day is something." His father continues to beat him as Corey says, "Enough of this." Corey attacks his father and starts beating him, punching him, beating him mercilessly. And then he leaves to the woods where he often goes to relax and calm down. The very next day, Corey comes home. His dad is still half conscious on the floor, bleeding. He says, Corey, son, you need to call for help. I'm dying. Corey, with an evil smile, says, I'll help you with that. Hold on, next one. Corey enters the kitchen and pans the kitchen for the biggest, sharpest knife they have. As he grabs the butcher knife, he stabs his father in the chest and face repeatedly, over and over. As the blood trickles on Corey's face, he laughs with an egregious smirk as if he's getting pleasure out of this. After the killing of his father, he drags his bloody corpse to the basement where he puts it under old blankets and Rebel, I'm assuming that they went camping with. We pan outside and see a mysterious man in black. Yes, the same man we saw drive into Haddonfield a few days earlier in a thunderstorm. As the camera pans up closer and closer, it's not a big reveal. Yes, the Thorn Trilogy leader, cult leader, Dr. Terrence Wine is back. As the scene ends, oh, that gives me chills. It's Halloween night. No one's suspecting Corey of murder, or no one's expecting his father to be missing. He's a low-life drunk who don't go to work, so it's no reason for people to say he didn't show up to work, he missing. So that's going to be something he's going to easily get away with, but I've also wrote more about that just to cover up if people got a complaint about why he was never charged with that. So we're going to continue the story. It's Halloween night, and Corey's dressed up as who? Of course, the devil. He's out and about on his stalker night for what he has planned for Adam tonight. We pan over, of course, to the Stroh's house. We see Lori, Allison, Officer Hawkins, a few other familiar faces, having drinks, having a laugh, passing out candy to the kids, but Lori and Allison of all are on high alert. They both have revolvers on their waists. And actually, Lori, we see her get dressed early in the movie. She has a bulletproof vest on she wear everywhere she go. I don't know why the shape used knives, but she has it on anyway. As we see Adam walking up the street with his two cronies. Of course, he's dressed as Tom Brady. He's telling his boys about he's finna go pick up Autumn after they kick it for a little while. And later on in the night, Autumn gonna have two friends to meet up with them for his friends. So it could be like a triple date. None of that is gonna ever happen. Spoiler. As Corey's stalking them, we hear the theme music again, softly this time. We're not going to beat you over the head with it. It's softly playing as Corey throws a bottle at one of the jocks and hits him in the head. They turn around not to see anything. That's when Corey appears behind a tree, reveals his face. They yell, "You little shit!" and start chasing Corey down the small hill that leads, coincidentally, where Michael Myers is. He's not old and decrepit and injured. He's just regenerating and resting. But this will wake the shape up. As Corey is ducked off in the back of the wood trees by the sewer, he's clearly know the area more. You hear the cronies yelling, "I'ma kick your ass! We're gonna get you! We're coming after you!" That's when Corey comes out and stabs Adam in the heart, 3 times in the gut, jabbing the butcher knife deeper every time, dropping them. The other 2 jocks are terrified. One of them heads back uphill from the previous area they just came from, terrified. Corey gives chase, grabs him from behind because he's wearing a jacket, slits his throat, killing him instantly as blood trickles off his hand and face onto Corey's. That's when the third guy is trembling. He's scared in his boots. He's terrified. Backing his way up to the sewer hole in which Michael Myers is residing. As he gets up, Michael Myers appears for his first introductory scene of the movie. He grabs the guy by the head, snaps his neck, nearly decapitating the guy, grabs the machete and cuts the head off the body. Extra gruesome. The head and body drop simultaneously. Corey is shocked, but surprisingly not scared, just cautious. Michael Myers gives a head turn. He's curious why Corey's responding the way he's responding. He picks up the head and throws it at Corey, knocking Corey out. As Corey's on the ground, Michael picks up the machete, in which he's finna completely end Corey. That's when we hear the mysterious raspy voice of Dr. Wine says, "It's been years, Michael. You must not do that." Michael looks up and drops the blade. Scene ends. We pan back to the Stroll house, where we see Laurie dips away from the fun and the friends of the Halloween party. She goes to the bathroom with her glass of wine as she guzzled it. Laurie is still PTS dramatic experiences, but she's having a flashback of her daughter's death from the last movie, in which we show the scenes of Michael killing her. She's crying, and that's when Officer Hawkins noticed Laurie's not in the room. He goes to the bathroom and knocks on it. Laurie, in a shrinking voice, answers and said, "Who's there?" He says, "It's me. Are you okay?" She says, "Yes," in a creakily voice. He says, "All right, well, we're just waiting on you." Laurie wipes her face, puts on a brave face, and comes out the bathroom and says, "I'm not okay. I have to see one thing, and I need you to come with me." They excuse themselves from the party and drive to the Haddonfield Cemetery, where she wants to go pay her last respect. But in all honesty, she wants to see if the grave has been disturbed, because Michael Myers is known for that. As she approaches the grave, it's dug up, the casket open, body missing, tombstone missing. Laurie yells, "No! He's back!" Scene ends. Now we go to a mysterious dungeon castle type of establishment. We see drainy pipe, droopy, dark, gloomy hallways. We don't see visuals of anything. It's just gloomy hallways, and we hear the voice of the MIB, the men in black from the Thorn cult. Men, women, all stating their opinions on the new potential subject, Corey. That's when we hear, this is similar to the Phantom Menace and the Council of Jedi Judge and Anakin Skywalker. They're all discussing. You hear different members of the Cult Thorn trilogy. He's too old. His heart's too pure. He's too nice. He's too confined. He'll never work. Evil will die with him. Just different opinions of people not thinking Corey should be blessed with the blood transfusion and the thorn tattoo. That's when Dr. Terrence Wine yells for the first time, "Enough! He'll be perfect." We never should have let Michael rot in prison 40 years. He was the perfect subject from his youth. We blew that. Corey will be better than the shape. He's younger. He can confine in any society. And as you see, I've been studying him for years. He can go off the grid. He'll be perfect. And the scene ends. Woo! I'm telling y'all, this wasn't a long review, but I'm going to be honest. It's 3 more parts to this. This movie so far is 1 hour long. Now, you might not be thinking, how is this an hour? This ain't going to be nothing but exposition dump. You got to think about it. Corey killed 3 people already. Michael Myers still big, strong, powerful. He got a kill. We set up Allison earlier with Corey from lunch. We also setting up Lori PTSD. Like her writing a book and being happy in the real version didn't work for me. They didn't have funerals. They didn't have remorse for the daughter who died and her mother, Allison. It was no homage to her. So we paid tribute to that. We also brought the Thorn trilogy back. That's going to help Corey and Michael. And we also brought Loomis. He didn't say nothing that happened in his movies. He just gave exposition that was already about Michael that was preceded in the first movie. So that's fan fiction, fan service. And we also got the case that Allison could be the future Lori. I'm setting everything up for 2 and 3 and 4, if I go far as 4, where the ground bases are set up. I like where I'm going with the story. I stand by it, and that's it. I'm not finna prolong it or go hard or go longer. Zeezzy the King. Like and subscribe. Be prepared for part 2 coming soon. I'm gonna put this out, and I hope y'all love it. I'm out.